Hello everybody, Thomas Hadley here, and I just finished watching 21 Pilots' performance at Alter Ego on Live X Live. It's a performance that was in Los Angeles, California, and it was, streamed online. And I wanted to watch it. When I first tried to get on it, it was having some troubles with the video or whatever. I couldn't get it to work, so I missed part of Jumpsuit. But going on from there, no matter which performance 21 Pilots do, like whichever one it is, it's always full of strength and full of emotion, full of compassion. 21 Pilots, Tyler and Josh, both of them, they put so much energy up on that stage. No matter what they do, it's always so powerful. It was a very nice experience seeing them perform live on this show. I saw them live in Atlanta a few months ago. They did an amazing job, and with this show, I feel like they did an amazing job as well, especially for a crowd that wasn't necessarily just there for them. So you could tell that the crowd wasn't that pumped up about it, especially at first, but after a while, you could hear that it was getting better and better. And with that being said, so much doesn't drag them down. You know what I'm saying? They have so much, enthusiasm and so much power for themselves, and they know that there are people out there listening, and they know that there are fans there, and even if there was one person in the background saying heck no when he was asking questions, we all heard that. Well, I heard it anyways, but it is what it is. Not everybody in a crowd's gonna enjoy the music that you do, but it was awesome seeing 21 Pilots performing. They did Jumpsuit, they did, oh my gosh, I should have wrote it all down. It was Jumpsuit, Levitate, Holding On To You, they did Heathens, they did Stressed Out, Ride, and Car Radio. I'm probably missing something. But either way, they did do, they finished the performance off with Car Radio, one of their most, popular song to the clique itself, because that's kind of what got them started. That's, their first, major song or whatever that came out before Blurry Face, obviously. So that and Holding On To You, both of those were pretty popular tracks. But, overall, I feel like they're doing a really good job, performing older stuff as well as new material. I know that the sales for Trench weren't as good as the ones for Blurry Face by a long shot, but they weren't trying to get it there. With Blurry Face, I don't think that they were expecting it to get as high sales as they were, but they knew that they had a bunch of, there was a lot of pressure on them, and they ended up making an album that was super successful. Two major top songs, and then they also had Heathens a little bit later that also helped them with Blurry Face. But overall, the performance was well done. Josh on the drums is always, he's always so, well, I guess I'll just say energetic, so that way I'm not sounding like a fool saying something random. But yeah, I think that overall they had an amazing performance. I feel like there was some volume for the mic issues, and I feel like that every time that I see them performing live on a broadcast, some kind of broadcast. When I saw them performing Jumpsuit at the MTV Movie Awards, I think it was what it was, or Music Awards. I think it was, excuse me, I think it was the Music Awards. But when I saw them perform, I feel like the microphone vocals weren't the best either, but eventually they got it right, and I knew what they were saying. I knew what Tyler was saying. So overall, it was a fun experience, and I feel like they did a good job, I don't have really anything negative to say. I know that it's hard to perform in front of an audience that doesn't necessarily listen to your music. I've done it, but it's weird going to a place that nobody knows who you are. At least at this place, they did know who, some people did know who they were, obviously. But yeah, like, I know, when they first started or whatever, trying to get up into the, trying to get a little bit more popular, get people to listen to them, they had people that didn't know anything about them. They performed for 14 people or whatever at one point. So you always know in the back of your head, not everybody's going to enjoy what you're doing, but they still put their heart and soul into the music, and they spill their guts out for the 30 minutes that they were performing. So overall, I feel like they did an amazing job, and I do recommend listening to 21 Pilots. If you haven't listened to 21 Pilots, I definitely think you should. I wouldn't say Trench is their best album. I would give that to Vessel at the moment. But if you haven't listened to 21 Pilots at all, listen to Trench. It's a very nice album. That's their newest album. It's an amazing record. But if you really like, if you're into something, exciting, and I don't know, I would go to Vessel. I would definitely go to Vessel, introducing people to 21 Pilots. And that's what I've done since I've known about them, I learned about them in 2013, and ever since then I've been in love with them. I know they had the, regional at best stuff and all that, but I do think that some of their best material is on Vessel, and I could listen to that straight, not having any problems or anything like that. But I definitely do think that Vessel was an amazing album, and people should go back to that and listen to it as well. But with Trench is an awesome album as well. Don't get me wrong, Trench is an amazing album, and it's their newest material. I really wish that they would perform Chlorine or The Hype live, but they don't do that this time around because they had to pick it early. I saw something about that where they had to, pick their performance material early, so he was kind of just guessing what, people would like. So maybe next tour, probably not next leg, but tour after that. But yeah, I do think that this Alter Ego performance was well done. Josh and Tyler had an amazing, energetic performance, and I definitely recommend checking out 21 Pilots if you haven't before. And yeah, make sure to like this video if you ended up liking it. If you don't, please leave in the comments below why you didn't. I'd highly appreciate that. I'm trying to change the quality of all my stuff. This is going to be filmed on a higher quality camera than I have in the past, and also there's no cuts, there's no jumps, and the camera's not moving around. It's actually on a tripod. So yeah, let me know what you think, and also subscribe if you haven't already. I'd highly appreciate that. Check out some of my other content. I do covers, reactions, and yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Sorry about this.